So last time we left off, Betty and Ellen were both in very dramatic situations. Ellen had just made the decision that she did not want to go and work with the petting zoo, the aquatic petting zoo that traveled, and 100 beautiful penguins. No, she wanted to be a deep sea diver, looking for hidden buried treasures amongst sunken ships and the rest of the ocean deep. But before that, you may recall that Betty was on the G3400 with Captain Ramos Santiago, thousands of miles from the Earth's surface, far away in a different galaxy. And as you may recall, they had found another planet called Varmok, or that's what the captain named it, and they were very near that planet when they heard the loud crash. What was that crash, you ask? Well, off in the distance, on the other side of the planet they couldn't see, two asteroids collided, and it shook the very planet, and it shook the ship, and everyone wondered what was going on. Well, the engineer from down in the galleys of the ship called up to the captain, and he said, "Sir, that was an asteroid. It just exploded. Two asteroids collided, and we're about to get all kinds of debris that's going to be in our gravitational force. Different asteroid pieces, they're at risk of running into the ship. Sir, what should we do?" Well, Betty heard the whole conversation because she was on the front deck, and she quickly thought to herself, what would she do? She thought, maybe we should get out of here. We should zoom as far away as possible, or maybe we should land as quickly as possible. And right as she thought that, she said, "Captain, we need to land the ship." And he said, "Betty, you're right. Good thinking." Now, the thing about the planet, though, Varmok, is as they got closer, as they approached, they realized there was a green swirling mass that looked almost like a tornado on the surface, but much larger, hundreds of miles across. They could see it from the distance. And they wondered, is it safe to land? What could that green swirling mass be on the planet? And so the question was, should they land? But they had another option. Varmok had two moons that were orbiting it that appeared stable enough to land on. So the question was, should the captain land safely on the planet with that green swirling mass, or should he land on one of the moons and then send a search party down to the planet to find out what that green swirling mass is and see if it's safe? But he has to act quickly. Those asteroids have collided, and we don't know where all that debris is going to end up. So they got to land quick, make that decision where to land, and then go from there. So what will Captain Ramos Santiago do? Should he land on the planet, even with the big green swirling mass? Or should he land on one of the two moons and send a landing party? You make the call.